Hold on to your seats because what I'm about to tell you will make your jaw drop faster than a reality TV star's marriage announcement. Can you imagine a moment so explosive, so chaotic, that the entire internet stopped scrolling just to gasp? Well, buckle up, because Tasha K just dropped a clip that sent Martell Holt straight into the rumor mill, and trust me, it's worse than anyone could have imagined. Was this just another messy reality TV feud? Or is it something darker, something that finally exposes the real Martell behind the carefully curated social media posts? Why is it that every time we think we've seen the last of the drama, it escalates into full-blown chaos, complete with courtroom tension, viral videos, and enough receipts to make your head spin? You've seen reality stars fight. You've seen exes throw shade. But have you ever seen a moment so savage it rewrites the entire narrative overnight? Today, we're peeling back the layers, exposing the chaos, and revealing just how deep this rabbit hole goes. Stay with me, because every second of this scandal is dripping with drama, deception, and yes, some good old-fashioned internet theatrics. If you think you know what happened, think again. This story is about to redefine what you thought was messy. Are you ready to dive into the chaos? Let's go. Let's start at the beginning because this scandal did not appear out of thin air. It was building quietly under the surface until Tasha K decided to drop the clip that would set the internet on fire and expose Martell Holt in a way that no one saw coming. Picture this: Martell, the man whose social media persona screams charm and confidence, suddenly caught on video looking flustered, defensive, and almost cartoonishly angry while Tasha K calmly broadcasts the moment to thousands of fans who cannot stop refreshing their screens. The clip instantly became a digital hurricane, with people questioning how someone could behave so recklessly yet still maintain a public image of composure. Fans and commentators alike began dissecting every gesture, every tone of voice, and every word that fell from his mouth, turning a simple confrontation into a national spectacle. The reactions were immediate and intense, with viewers both horrified and enthralled, debating whether this was merely another reality TV drama or the unmasking of a pattern of behavior that has been quietly tolerated for far too long. And the truth is, Martell's reputation has never been spotless. There are numerous accounts of aggressive behavior, confrontations that escalate unnecessarily, and a tendency to manipulate situations so that he emerges unscathed, leaving those around him bewildered and frustrated. This video was not just another moment of drama. It was a catalyst igniting years of rumors, allegations, and whispers about his behavior behind closed doors. While some viewers tried to brush it off as a petty feud, the timing and context made it impossible to ignore. Tasha K, known for her ability to spot and expose controversy, played her role perfectly, capturing not just a fleeting moment, but a culmination of years of tension, rumors, and questionable decisions. The clip showed Martell in a way that contradicted the polished, confident persona he presents online, revealing a vulnerability and volatility that has been simmering beneath the surface. Anonymous sources, claiming to have inside knowledge, began speaking out, painting a picture of a man who has consistently used intimidation, charm, and manipulation to control situations to his advantage, often leaving others feeling trapped or silenced. Leaked messages and alleged screenshots started circulating, suggesting not only lavish spending and extravagant lifestyles, but also interactions that hinted at coercion and behind-the-scenes drama. With associates caught in the crossfire of Martell's need for control and validation, viewers started to realize that this clip was more than entertainment. It was an insight into a larger pattern, a glimpse at the ways personal conflicts and public personas collide, creating chaos that extends far beyond what the cameras capture. Fans began speculating about past incidents, recounting times Martell had clashed with former colleagues, engaged in heated arguments, or made questionable public statements, all of which suddenly felt connected in a web of behavior that the clip had thrown into stark relief. Social media erupted as people debated the implications, some defending him, others calling for accountability, and many simply watching in awe as the layers of drama unfolded. Even casual viewers who had never followed the reality series began paying attention because the intensity of the moment, the audacity of Tasha K in sharing it, and the apparent unraveling of Martell Holt combined to create a spectacle that was impossible to ignore. As the clip continued to circulate, more and more details emerged, whether confirmed or speculative, creating an atmosphere of suspense, tension, and anticipation. Everyone wanted to know what would happen next, how Martell would respond, and whether this would finally be the moment where his carefully curated image began to crack. This is where the story truly starts, where the drama that everyone thought they understood suddenly became far more complicated, far more intriguing, and far more explosive than anyone could have imagined, leaving fans, critics, and casual viewers alike glued to their screens, waiting for the next revelation in what has become one of the most talked about reality TV moments in recent memory. As the dust settled from that initial viral clip, the story only grew more tangled and intense with each passing hour, because suddenly it wasn't just about a single moment of Martell Holt losing his composure. It became about the ripple effect of his behavior and the chain reaction of chaos that followed. Viewers began digging through past footage, old interviews, and social media posts, piecing together a timeline of confrontations, manipulations, and petty disputes that suddenly seemed interconnected. Tasha K's decision to release the clip acted like a match thrown onto a powder keg, reigniting debates about Martell's treatment of former associates and the power plays he allegedly uses behind the scenes. Anonymous sources came forward claiming that Martell had been cozying up to certain cast members while simultaneously undermining others, creating a web of tension so dense that walking into a room with him was supposedly like stepping onto a tightrope over a pit of crocodiles. There were stories of late-night calls, cryptic messages, sudden disappearances from social events that insiders said were orchestrated just to maintain control and keep people guessing. The public, naturally, was obsessed, and the comment sections exploded with speculation, outrage, and not so subtle sarcasm as people tried to decode his every move. Imaginary insiders claimed that Martell had a secret strategy of exaggerating minor conflicts to make himself appear calm and rational in comparison. But in reality, these incidents were carefully calculated to provoke emotional responses from others and then twist the narrative to make them look irrational or unstable. And while some fans tried to sympathize with him, suggesting he was simply misunderstood or caught up in reality TV stress, others were relentless, sharing theories about lavish spending, extravagant dinners that masked tension, and behind-the-scenes manipulation that left everyone else scrambling. The story became a feast of gossip, each new tidbit more absurd and shocking than the last. From allegedly hiring private investigators to track ex-associates, to supposedly orchestrating social media campaigns to sway public perception. Meanwhile, Tasha K's platform became the hub for discussion, with viewers analyzing every facial expression, every tone of voice, and every public statement, treating the situation like a live experiment in human behavior and social media influence. People speculated about motives, about alliances, and about the ways in which Martell's reputation had been built on charm, bravado, and a willingness to push boundaries that most would never dare. Even casual onlookers began commenting on the absurdity of it all, wondering how someone could maintain such a public persona while simultaneously allegedly creating a private world of conflict, tension, and manipulation. Leaked messages supposedly revealed attempts to gaslight former associates to make them question their own memories and reactions, and to position himself as the victim whenever someone dared to confront him or call him out. The narrative grew. so wild and multi-layered that it became impossible to separate fact from speculation. Yet the sheer volume of accounts, clips, and testimonies created an undeniable impression that something deeply chaotic was happening behind the scenes. Fans began imagining every possible scenario, from public confrontations to secret settlements. And every new revelation felt like a twist in a reality TV thriller that nobody wanted to end. The intensity of the scrutiny forced Martell to respond, of course, with statements that seemed calculated to minimize the drama while somehow inflaming it even further, creating a cycle of viral content that no one could escape. Meanwhile, the supporting cast became unwilling participants in the unfolding spectacle, with alleged alliances, whispered betrayals, and social media subtweets that hinted at loyalties being tested and reputations hanging by threads. Every post, every comment, and every reaction contributed to a growing sense that this scandal was not just about one man or one clip, but about a larger pattern of behavior, manipulation, and chaos that had been quietly simmering until Tasha K decided to put the spotlight on it. The story had evolved into a full-blown investigation in the court of public opinion, where every viewer became a detective, piecing together evidence, debating motives, and predicting the next explosion of drama, leaving the audience glued to screens, refreshing feeds, and waiting for the next revelation with bated breath. As the drama continued to unfold, the consequences of Martell Holt's actions began to ripple outward in ways no one had anticipated. And suddenly, what started as a viral clip became a full-blown social media and public frenzy, with fans, bloggers, and alleged insiders weighing in on every detail, creating a pressure cooker of speculation and outrage that left everyone wondering how far this could go and who would be held accountable. Public reactions were relentless and, in many cases, unforgiving, with people calling for explanations, investigations, and, in some extreme cases, professional consequences for the alleged manipulations and intimidation tactics that had been revealed or implied over the weeks since the clip went viral. The supporting cast, already caught in the middle, reportedly experienced tension behind the scenes, with friendships tested, alliances questioned, and whispers of secret agreements circulating that made every interaction feel like a high-stakes game of strategy, where one wrong move could send someone viral for all the wrong reasons. Alleged insiders continued to leak messages and details, painting a picture of Martell as a man who not only cultivated chaos, but thrived on it, turning minor incidents into viral moments and twisting narratives so that the blame often seemed to fall on anyone but him, leaving the audience to wonder how someone could manipulate social perception so effectively while simultaneously appearing vulnerable or misunderstood. Fans began to dissect his every public appearance, online post, and video, speculating about hidden motives, secret apologies, and potential backlash from networks or production teams, who might have been aware of the unfolding chaos but remained silent until it was unavoidable. The viral clip had opened a Pandora's box of questions about responsibility, accountability, and the ethics of reality television. As viewers debated whether networks and producers should have intervened earlier, or whether the spectacle itself was part of a larger design to keep audiences engaged and loyal to the drama, even casual observers were drawn into the maelstrom, questioning not just Martell's behavior, but the culture that allows and even rewards such manipulative tactics. From viral stunts to subtle psychological games played in front of cameras and in private messages alike. Meanwhile, the intensity of the online discourse led to increasingly elaborate theories about what might happen next. From potential legal disputes and public confrontations to hypothetical resignations or financial repercussions, all of which kept viewers refreshing their feeds, commenting, and sharing opinions as if the world itself depended on the outcome of this reality TV saga. The narrative had become a living organism, evolving with each new leak, comment, and reaction, creating an environment where no detail could be ignored. and every small interaction was analyzed for hidden meaning and possible scandalous implications. Tasha K's role in all of this was, of course, scrutinized as well. Some praising her for courageously exposing the truth, while others questioned whether amplifying the drama further was ethically sound. Highlighting the fine line between reporting and instigating. What was undeniable, however, was the level of engagement, the sheer volume of discussion, and the sense that the story had transcended typical reality TV disputes to become a cultural touchstone. A modern cautionary tale about fame, manipulation, and the power of social media to expose and amplify personal conflicts in ways that can overwhelm even the most seasoned public figures. As viewers continue to watch, comment, and theorize, the unfolding events created a sense of anticipation, a collective holding of breath, as if the next revelation could change the entire perception of Martell Holt, the supporting cast, and the networks involved, leaving everyone involved teetering on the edge of uncertainty while the internet waited, hungry for the next twist, the next confrontation, and the next undeniable proof that in the world of reality TV, chaos is often more entertaining than truth, and drama is the currency by which attention is bought, sold, and manipulated. So now that you've seen just how deep this rabbit hole goes, the question is, what are you going to do with this information? Will you sit back and scroll past, pretending that Martell Holt's antics and Tasha K's explosive reveal are just another reality TV moment? Or will you join the conversation and demand accountability for the chaos that's been unfolding right before our eyes? Think about it. How many times have you watched someone manipulate, gaslight, or provoke drama, only to have the public defend them while the real victims get silenced? This is your chance to weigh in, to voice your opinion, and to make sure your perspective counts. We want to hear from you. Comment below with your take on Martell's behavior, the reactions of the supporting cast, and the role Tasha K played in exposing the truth. Do you think the networks should have stepped in sooner? Or is this all just entertainment at our expense? Don't hold back. Share your thoughts, theories, and predictions, because this story is far from over, and every perspective matters. Hit that like button if you're shocked, subscribe for more breaking truths, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single revelation in this ongoing saga. The tea is spilling, and you don't want to be the one who misses it.